First question, what do you think? Merger between Dubai and Abu Dhabi?
Well, it's certainly being talked about, and I personally am not privy to all the conversations, and so I can speak to the business aspect of it, which it clearly makes sense, not only from, as you mentioned, economies of scale, which exchanges thrive on, but also it's a regulatory issue where you have two different exchanges vying to one regulator in terms of making changes, and probably the most important thing that the two exchanges need to do is get upgraded to an MSCI emerging market status. And the way you do that is intense coordination. If there were one exchange, then they would just immediately take all the actions that were necessary to get the operations and the processes and the regulations changed to get that MSCI upgrade to
because right now it's classed as a
status.
Developing market, but it's not. I suppose we'll discuss kind of the liquidity and trading volumes.
As a frontier market.
As a frontier market,
yeah.
But not quite an emerging market. So you think it's a good idea? You think there are advantages to it? Any indication as to when it might happen, when the deal will be sealed?
That I don't know on. It truly will be done in the political realm when they believe the timing is right.
So hearing about some of your rivals right here in the region, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, what do you offer that they don't?
Well, one of the things that we offer at Nasdaq Dubai, and is clear regulation. And one of the things that international and regional companies really need if they want to access the markets is a clear path on how to access the market. And so being able to do that with an objective, rule-based regulator basically says, if I meet these listing criteria, then I have the opportunity to list on the market, which then makes it much easier and cost-effective for a company to tap the market.
So if I could pick up on my earlier point then about trading volumes, do you expect them to pick up given the exchange has been struggling to increase volumes since its inception in September of 2005?
Well, we have been increasing every year, and in fact, when the traded values are down in the UAE and actually all over the Gulf, Nasdaq Dubai's traded values are up 30% year over year. And the reason is because our investor base is made up primarily of institutions who are following international benchmarks, whereas the base here in the UAE and around the Gulf is made up primarily of the retail, which is not necessarily following the same metrics.
Axiom mobile phone retailer based in Dubai cancelled plans, abandoned plans for its IPO. What can we read into that? How much of a setback is that for the markets? What does that really tell us about market conditions right now? Not good.
Well, they stated it was market conditions, and if you look around the Gulf as well as around the world, IPOs are being pulled left and right. It's really also a timing issue. Investors close their books on the 15th of September, and they don't.
What about next year? Not many potential IPOs for Nasdaq Dubai.
Well, we don't disclose the number, but the pipeline is healthy, and I do believe that Axiom not listing is a temporary setback, as there are a number of very good companies that are preparing themselves to go public, and so I expect to see something.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I expect some companies to come out in 2011.
Well, Jeffrey Singer, Chairman and CEO of Nasdaq Dubai, thanks so much for coming in.